All right, well, it's 5 past the hour. I don't know if we're gonna get Tyler on, and I know that some people are probably celebrating a holiday today.
And there's Peter also because sharing his progress on the AWS states was on the list.
Yeah, yeah. This might be a very, very short meeting.
I get that, yeah.
Okay, so yeah, we don't have Peter. I don't know if it's worthwhile to talk about.
Maybe we can have Tommy introducing himself.
Sure.
Tommy, are you here?
Tommy might be a lurker.
Maybe, yeah.
So, let's see. You made a note in the thread about integration tests.
Yeah. The question was to figure out how to best move the integration tests outside of the private area from SourceTech. Problem is that they have their cloud keys there.
Yeah.
Um, for the cloud side, cloud providers, I don't know if there is a clean solution. But for libvirt, we could at least use nested virtualization to test. And I'd like to have the insight from someone at SourceTech with some testing knowledge to say it's not possible or yes, we can try it. Or it will cost too much time or whatever.
Yeah. Trying to think who. I think it was.
Maybe Wayne could help.
Yeah, Chell also spent some time, I know, on
Whom?
the Azure integration tests.
Whom did you say?
Um, Trying to remember her actual name. I got her by her GitHub handle.
Oh, Chill is Megan.
Yes,
Okay,
yes,
yeah.
thank you. Spend too much time on the GitHub and the Slack and just get associated with everybody's names. Um, yeah, so I know she had done some work with the Azure integration test a few months back. So I know that she had wrapped her head around that to a degree. So maybe we could loop her in, um, see if she
Mhm.
can attend the next meeting and talk a little bit about the integration tests, since it looks like we're not going to do much today. I'll make a note of that. Um, so between like her and Tyler and anybody else that she wants to bring in, we might be able to get our questions answered. I just don't know how they're set up, right? You know, they're all in their private environment, and I don't really.
Yeah, I really have no idea what we can do on that.
Because it would be nice, like if there was some way that we could even, obfuscate the credentials, but get access to the tests,
Yep.
right? Like, so I don't know if that's GitCrypt or some other mechanism to try and just pull out that one section and not be able to see that publicly. I will make a note to see if we can loop them in.
I'm wondering, is it a public holiday in Utah? I don't think so.
It's Good Friday, so a lot of people are taking off for religious holiday.
Yeah, but Good Friday, Easter for LDS is not the same time, I think.
Agreed. All right. Well, I think the only other thing that I had was just sort of like a little note. So a while back, I had done the first cut of the Azure Provider for Item, and um, me and another guy that I work with have been trying to flesh it out a little bit more, add some capabilities. So we're going to cut another version of that here pretty soon. And after I do that, I'm probably going to do a little write-up about like how to use it, and I don't know if I want to do a video or something like that, but some sort of demo to show capabilities. So be on the lookout for that. I have no idea when it's going to come, but
Yeah.
yeah, it's just been something that we've been plugging away on some of the features in the background here for a little while. So hopefully I'll cut another version of that soon.
Okay. On my front, I'm working on the Vert modules to support more pool types, pool and volume types. So when you create a VM, you could use a volume on Ceph, for example.
Cool.
So it's work in progress, and I've also been interviewing several students to work with me during Google Summer Code on the Vert modules and states. Two are really good, and this third one I need to interview her next week.
Cool. That'd be good to get some help on that stuff.
Yeah. Definitely yes.
Carry the weight of the world on your shoulders.
Yeah. And yeah, there's one thing I really would like to know more is when we would be able to have a wrapper between item and salt minions and salt modules.
Yeah. So
Tom said they were planning that for sodium, but sodium is coming fast.
yeah. Yeah, I'd be surprised if they hit that mark because I haven't seen any chatter about it at all. But I don't know. I don't want to speak for them, but I feel like they're keeping everything separate as much as they can to try and not get people's heads pointed towards item until it's like really, really ready. So that was one of the reasons I think that they wanted to start with the cloud stuff, right? Like Salt Cloud has always been sort of this separate entity inside of Salt anyway.
Yeah.
So breaking that off makes
But
sense. But
they
like
also need
bootstrapping and stuff like that, it's important.
they also need to get rid of Python 2
Yeah.
before that.
Yeah.
And that's gonna be a huge work.
Yeah. Yeah. I think, hopefully a lot of the 2.3 compatibility stuff is done at this point, right? I know there's a big push for that last year. So hopefully it's not too terribly difficult.
It should not. At least we're shipping Salt on Python 3 only at SUSE, and we had a lot of breakages around that last year.
Mm-hmm.
But now it's good.
Awesome.
But obviously, we're not testing every single module.
Why not?
So that's about it.
All right. Well, that puts us at 15 after. Still just the three of us, so I think we call it a day. But I'll,
and yeah, it's not public holiday in Utah, so there's no excuse.
everybody's just sleeping in.
Yeah. So maybe next time we can move it back to 1 hour later. And it could help getting people from Utah as well.
Okay. Yeah, I'll talk to Cassandra and see if we can move that on the calendar, because I don't know, who's really involved in setting up the timing for it before, but I'm pretty flexible.
So you're not the one setting the time?
Nope. No, I just sort of inherited it.
Okay. Um, so originally it was set by Kevya,
Okay.
but I don't know if she's still doing that or
No,
if it's handed in Cassandra's hands.
yeah, I think Cassandra has that now. So I'll reach out to her and see if we can push it back an hour. It'll give us a month to broadcast the change.
Yeah, and or we could just ask the other guys what's happening if it's just a time problem or something else.
Yeah. Wonder if we can do a poll inside of here. Oh yeah, they got a poll. Maybe we could put out a poll with some times and see if there's any particular times that are better for most people in Slack.
Yeah. Okay. But where's Peter located, by the way?
Brazil?
Okay, so time off for sure.
All right. Well, I have my notes. If there's nothing else,
Yep.
have a great Friday, great weekend, and
Yeah, you
we'll talk
too.
soon.
Oh, there's Bryce.
Yeah.
I made it. This is my only 8 o'clock meeting, so
Pardon?
this is my only 8 o'clock my time zone meeting, so I don't always make it.
Yeah, we were discussing moving it back an hour for next time. What do you think?
To earlier or later?
Later.
Later.
So a lot of meetings for SaltStack start at 9:30, so 8:30 would be nice instead of 8.
Okay.
Or if it were, I don't know, is mornings usually work best for you guys?
Well, morning works best for me because it's evening for me.
Uh-huh. So yeah, I'd probably say either maybe just a half hour later or push it all the way like 9 hours later. But
9 hours later? Wow.
do it in the evening for, I don't know.
Sorry, man. I'm not gonna wake up at night.
I don't know how it would work for people around the world, so maybe that wouldn't be bad. What time
Okay, so
zones do
maybe
we
we'll
usually have to worry about?
we'll just have a poll, maybe.
Yeah, I mean, we could even switch days if there's better days. I'm not sure if that would conflict with anybody's other working groups, but we could always, since it's just a monthly thing, we could move it a week later so that it's not the first week.
Yep.
Second week, I guess it would be. Yeah, I think there's flexibility there. Maybe we just put it out and take some input and then put a poll out or something.
Yep.
All right. Well, Bryce, you.
Yeah. So far, I'm thinking just either move it a half hour later or it might work to have it Tuesday at 11 my time zone. That is your guys' time zones.
It'd be three hours later for you, Cedric. That would be what, like 8 p.m., something like that?
Yes, doable, but hard with the family.
Yeah.
That's doable. Still not asleep.
Yeah, I think just move it a half hour later is probably the best thing we could do.
Yeah, half hour could be nice.
All right. We'll see about that. Was there anything that that you wanted to bring up, Bryce? Because we were about ready to wrap when you joined.
Just that for SaltStack, I moved the AWS Cloud tests to a different account, and they are still working. I don't know.
Those are the integration tests that we can't see.
Yeah. So anyways, they're on their own account, all default settings. So instead of like private IP internal only, they're now public addresses on a default VPC. I see an additional error message because it's a public IP, but it still works.
Okay.
We were speaking about these integration tests earlier, and we're wondering whether we could just obfuscate the API keys from the cloud providers to get at least the test results.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Do you know who would be involved on your side for that?
So the tricky part is just if any test goes off the rails and prints out the keys to all the clouds and spins up a whole bunch of crap, how do we deal with that? So I don't know. We just need a way of handling that, because we don't want it to, like, say someone messes up logging and it prints out everything to the standard out of the test run, and then the entire world sees our keys.
Yeah,
Single use keys.
Couldn't that be, for example, not a live thing that we have, but just the test result ran through a script that just searches for the key and boom, removes it.
Yeah, if you can find a script that we can run that through, that'd be great. Then,
well, a set on the output just could do.
Instead of the output, what?
Well, just running a set on the the logs, just to replace the key.
Yeah. So for all the different clouds, the keys look very different. Like Linode, the key looks very different than AWS. So if we got a script that we think is reliable, then that's a possibility.
I don't think that is impossible to maintain a map of such keys and set them out.
Mm-hmm.
At least getting the test results with those keys removed would be better than having nothing.
Yeah. So yeah, if we can just figure out a way to deal with that problem, then I'm all for it. Another thing that's been discussed is just getting the cloud working group access to those tests, even if it's not the whole world.
That'd be nice.
That might be easier.
Yeah.
Do you want me to talk internally and see if we can do that?
Yeah, I mean, I think that would probably be a good, easy first step, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'll propose that and see, because it's a lot easier to trust the cloud working group than it is to trust the entire world.
Never trust the entire world.
Okay, I'll bring that up.
All right. Well, does anybody have anything else before we go ahead and wrap up?
No, nothing from my side.
All right. Well, have a good Friday. Have a good weekend. And we'll talk to you soon.
Yeah. Talk to you soon. Bye.
Bye.